guys, thank you for joining me for another review. Like I mentioned, if you've seen my Bombshell review, this is another film that I watched back in early January. I'm only just getting around to recording. I actually went a couple weeks before I realized that there were several movies I'd watched that I hadn't reviewed. I went, oops. So it's catch up time, y'all. So today, as you can see, I am reviewing Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I am a Jay and Silent Bob fan. I still have Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back on VHS. I think I still have Mallrats on DVD. I'm not sure. My DVDs are kind of scattered. There were a lot of things I sold, but I don't think I sold Mallrats because I watched it so many times that the disc did get a little bit scratched up, so I'm pretty sure I still own that. But, not much to chit-chat about today, so let's just do the review. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is a 2019 American buddy comedy film written and directed and edited by Kevin Smith. Smith referred to his 2001 film Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and described the reboot as literally the same fucking movie all over again. That's a quote. It is the 8th film in the View Askewnverse. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is a film I used to watch on repeat and originally got into because of Shannon Doherty, which is the same reason I got into Mallrats. I love all the films in this universe, well, all the ones I've seen at least, and so the fact there was another was pretty exciting to me. Jay and Silent Bob are these awesome set of characters where you can watch their crazy antics on repeat and never get sick of it. Sitting down to watch this, I was immediately screaming and cheering from excitement because right out the gate this film hit me with so much nostalgia. I ended up on nostalgia overload, which I've never experienced before. I'm not kidding when I say this. I was so overwhelmed and excited by the references and the cameos and just the sheer number of actors from the past they got to be in this film that I started crying. Yes, this was an insane reaction to have, but god damn it, I got to relive some really good times thanks to this shit. So we're going along, antics ensue, cameos are dropping, I'm having an absolute blast, and then the story kind of gets deep and serious and I'm unsure how to respond. The film introduces us to this storyline about absent fathers, and as someone who was abandoned by their father and is still in therapy for the level of fucked up that man made me, you'd think this plot would have spoken to me on a deep level, but it didn't. In fact, I hated it. I thought it was trying way too hard to be serious and at the same time not understanding why, and so it just came across as super awkward. I mean, I cry whenever this kind of subject comes up, but my eyes were dry as a bone for this, so something went wrong. I still love Jay and Silent Bob. I could never get enough of those two, but the film introduced us to Millennium. This name will only mean something if you'd seen the film, and frankly, I hated her character. Now, I'm not saying I hate Harley Quinn Smith. I enjoy her from time to time, but I hated her in this. The character was so annoying, dominated over our main characters. She wasn't funny and just was pissing me off every time she was on the screen. Had she not been included, this film would probably have been a slam dunk for me, but from the moment she was introduced, my enjoyment in the film decreased rapidly. By the time we get to the third act in the film, Jay and Silent Bob get to return to the spotlight and get to resume their crazy antics, and so when this happens, my enjoyment began to increase again. The twist in the story is totally nuts and not as fun as the twist in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but how the characters in this story react to it was fun, and I kind of enjoyed Kevin Smith's dual role within the film. It's like a fourth wall break mocking a fourth wall break. I don't know how to describe it, but I was here for it. More cameos start to drop and it was awesome. Ben Affleck gets to make some Batman comments which were hilarious and so beyond appropriate. So basically, Act 1 and Act 3 were awesome. I was living for every minute, but Act 2 was just dead on arrival for me. So it was this roller coaster experience riding the ups and downs of enjoyment. Overall, it was decent. It could have been a bit better, but then again, considering this entire film is mocking reboots and the concept of them, it kind of makes sense that this film was not up to the same standards as the 2001 film because it keeps the joke running of how reboots are pointless and can't surpass the original, and so whether intentional or not, Smith did achieve the ultimate joke and commentary on reboots and remake culture, which I have mad respect for. I still enjoyed it for the most part, but didn't flat out love it, and again, really wish Millennium wasn't included in the story. I might consider watching this again, but I think I'd rather go put on Strikes Back. But I have to say, mad props to Kevin Smith for doing this. Props to the cast he was able to assemble, and thank you to all the actors who were so willing to get on board for this project. It was a shame Stan Lee passed before being able to be included in this project. I know Stan Lee was Smith's idol, and I loved his cameo in Mallrats, and I bet his cameo in this would have been amazing, but I think it was really cool for Smith to throw in a tribute to his hero. It was a really nice touch. And those are my very brief thoughts on Jay and Silent Bob the Reboot. I'm not kidding when I say I started crying. I was so freaking happy. I mean, I'm a crier. I cry pretty much everything. I'm not gonna deny that. It's a fact. It's who I am. And so I was so happy. I was crying. And then by the time that character got introduced, I was like, well. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, ended on a good note. Started on a high, ended on a high. In the middle, not so great. So overall, really good. I mean, if I had to choose between this or Strikes Back, probably go and watch Strikes Back again. I'm not in a hurry to revisit this one, but if I owned it, yeah, I'd probably check it out again. It's different if you own something. Obviously, if you own it, then that means you like it enough to rewatch it. I just don't have the money to buy it. So that is where we are at. That is all the time I have for today and today's review. Comment down below if you have seen this movie. Let me know what you think about it. And let me know what other films you've seen in the View Askewnverse. And let me know what your thoughts on those are. Thank you as always to my fantastic patrons. Love you guys. Thank you for the endless support, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!